This video is all about something that may be very important to you or not important at all, and it all depends on the geology and the soil conditions around your house. The issue here is radon gas. This is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that's present in soils and rocks that have some uranium in them. Uranium is a naturally occurring element, and when it breaks down and interacts with the surrounding soil, it can create radon gas, which is an odorless, colorless radioactive gas, and it's the leading cause of lung cancer in people who don't smoke. So it's a serious issue, but not everywhere. If there is uranium present in the soil and rocks in the geology of your area, then chances are pretty good that you're going to have elevated levels of radon gas in your home. You also may have no radon gas in your home beyond background levels if the soil in your area doesn't have that. So how do you know? Well, these days you can get inexpensive, surprisingly accurate, handheld radon gas detectors. And so you can analyze your home. Later on in the course, there's information about what constitutes dangerously high levels. Chances are, if radon is a problem in your area, other people know about it, and you're going to see houses with situations, with setups like what you see here, which is a radon mitigation system. Now, it's possible that there may be dangerous levels of radon in your area and you don't know about it, and it's not common knowledge amongst your neighbors. So you might want to ask about that. If you have any questions or any concerns, then get a radon detector and find out how much you've got in your house. But if you do have too much, then this is the system to solve the problem. Look down here for a minute, and these yellow arrows that you see here and over here and here, that represents the radon gas present in the soil surrounding your basement. And the job of the radon mitigation system is to draw that radon gas up and gather it together and shoot it outside your home, up this pipe here, before it can enter into your house and cause problems. If there is a radon issue in your area, then it's going to affect more than just your basement. It doesn't take very much radon to cause a problem and health issues, and if it's in your basement, it's going to be in the rest of your house too. So this radon mitigation fan, it runs all the time. It's quiet. They don't use much electricity. A typical one is going to use maybe 4, 5, 6 cents worth of electricity every day, depending on what you pay, so it's really an insignificant expense. But the job of this fan is to create and maintain a constant vacuum pressure, a constant vacuum in the soil under the slab of your basement and around the sides of your basement too. So the idea is that the fan draws the radon gas up and out of your house with a constant vacuum pressure. That's the goal of the situation. That's the goal of the setup. And there are a few things you have to understand to make sure that it's working properly. The first thing is just how the radon mitigation pipes get down to an area below your basement floor. You can extend this pipe here so that it goes down through the floor slab anywhere on the floor. But if there's a sump pump in your basement, this is the sump here and the pumps there. There's 2 pumps in this illustration. If you've already got this, then you can put the pipe down through the cover of the sump. The main issue here, it applies to whether you put the pipe in a sump or not, the main issue is that the whole area be sealed. There's no point in running your mitigation fan and drawing air up and out of your house if it's just simply pulling basement air through cracks and around the sump cover here and in different places. If it's just sucking in basement air through these places, then you've really got two problems. First of all, you're not creating the necessary vacuum under the slab and around the outsides of your foundation wall, so you won't be capturing the radon. But if that wasn't bad enough, if you're sucking basement air through cracks and up and shooting it out of your roof, then you're shooting a lot of heated or air-conditioned air up and out of your house, and that's going to have to be made up for through cracks and gaps and leaks around windows and doors. Air will have to get back into your house, and it's not heated or air-conditioned, so you're going to be greatly increasing your heating and cooling costs if this thing's running all the time and if your basement isn't sealed. So sealing involves actual caulking. So this lid here, it has to actually be sealed down with caulking. The area where the pipe goes into the cover, sealed with caulking. Any cracks you see, they need to be filled with epoxy or polyurethane caulking or something to stop them from leaking air. And the same goes for the joint between the floor and the wall. These two parts of your basement are never created together. They're separate pieces. The wall would have been poured, the floor would have been poured. They're separate things. There is a little bit of a crack where they meet, and so that has to be sealed as well. The long and the short of it is, if you need one of these things, they are effective. If you need a radon mitigation system, then I think you also need to have some kind of a handheld meter to tell you how well the system is working. If you operate your system in a sump like this, you need to seal the lid, you need to seal everywhere, so that the system is drawing air from outside your basement up and shooting it outside the roof, not inside. So what you really want to create here is, if there is any net movement of air, it's not from the soil around your basement into your house, which is the normal way of things. But if there is any transfer of air, that air is actually moving from inside your basement out a little bit, or at least this radon-laden air on the outside is never getting in. So this isn't something that the lack of a radon mitigation system isn't something that's going to hurt you in the short term. It's a long-term threat. So you don't have to panic if you don't have one now and you need one, but just remember, install one. This is what they look like. By the time you pay someone to put it in, it might be a couple of $1,000s, but if it's necessary where you live, there's really no alternative.